Is there something promotional that's being played right now?
So right now they see the flyer, the weekend flyer.
Just keep the fire on until I guess we get the Demeter situation worked out.
Okay. They can hear you on the. If the mic's on, yeah.
Right where you are. It's okay to put your hands together.
ready to hear what these housewives have to say on this here evening. Well, all of the tea. You know, I heard somebody once say, if you're gonna bring the cup, you might as well bring the tea, okay? Okay, honey, okay, not some. So, you know, Lily, you had a story out this world, honey. So I want to hear, I want to start with you first. How are you doing? How you been?
Hello, Danny, darling. How have you been?
I've been doing well, no complaints. Tell me a little bit about what's been going on with you since the season.
Yes. You know, that devil tried to hijack my future.
No, say what?
Yes.
What happened? Why do you say that?
Well, you know, just things were going well
Right.
at one time.
Right, we remember.
And I just couldn't really figure it out what would work.
Right. Well, did something major happen in your life?
Well, it all began like this, Danny.
Okay.
I was in my father's church.
Right.
Working. And then this young man, he moved to our city and he joined our church.
Ooh.
He was handsome, hard working, and God fearing.
Yes, he was. Okay,
And
triple
I
threat.
tell you, he caught my father's attention.
Okay,
And when he saw that he was someone that he could depend on,
Right.
he made him his assistant.
Okay.
And you know, by me being his personal assistant,
Yes.
you know, as they say, the rest is history.
Well, they do say that now, so.
And you know, all that went on, and after a while, we got to working together in the ministry.
Okay, in your dad's church, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know, years later, we got married.
Oh.
And we had a big wedding.
What you say
And
now?
me being the oldest daughter, you know, my father's oldest daughter. Oh, he laid it out for me.
Oh, I bet you did, princess.
And things were going so well.
Okay, yeah.
And then
So there was some type of finances between Jacoby and your dad. Yes. Oh. It was a finance. Was it like good or bad? It was bad. And it caused so much friction in our relationship. Don't mix business with pleasure. You heard that, right? Yes, okay, about that. And then like, after I had my fourth child, yes,
Wasn't not a lot of friction, huh?
Excuse me, this is me and Daddy talking. I don't appreciate interruptions while I'm talking.
Okay, that's true.
And before I was so rudely interrupted.
12 years later, this woman named Raquel, she started visiting
I think y'all have a
food pantry.
Oh, okay.
Weekly.
Yeah, okay.
And Jacoby started paying her a little more attention
Yes, yes.
than I was comfortable with.
Uh-huh.
And so I looked at my husband's
Uh-huh.
phone,
Right.
and I saw this text that he had wrote to his best friend
Yeah, what the text
and
say?
said, my father tricked him into marrying me like I wasn't even worthy enough.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you mean to tell me you saw a text and this text talking about you? You weren't worthy? Now how did that make you feel? Oh, because I know that would have had me, honey.
I was hurt.
Uh-huh.
I was angry. I was frustrated
Yes.
that he would think that I wasn't worthy enough
Right.
to be his wife.
Uh-huh.
And then after having all these children, 7.
Oh, wow. So you had more kids?
Yes,
What kind of?
I had 7 children. I thought, if I had a child, that he would grow to love me more and more.
Okay, I kind of
But
see.
this Raquel, she just got his attention more and more and more.
Mm.
And then we just found ourselves in this situation.
Okay, well, we were kind of trying to figure out, is the situation divorce? Because, we didn't know. Sometimes he was at the house, sometimes he wasn't. So we trying to figure this out the whole season. I mean, we're not laughing, but we just wanted to know, are y'all divorced? What's going on?
Yes, things that got so bitter and so raggedy,
Yeah,
and
raggedy, that's a
he
good way to say
he
it.
was talking and putting me down and
We
around the children,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
not
children didn't like that.
That's true.
And so and then his
We saw
love for Raquel grew more and more.
Oh, yeah, no, he
And
got to
then
go.
he came to me and told me, I'm filing for a divorce.
Ooh, the ugly D word. So let me see this clipboard. Oh my goodness, is that the same clipboard that y'all signed the divorce papers on? Oh, let me see it. Let me see if I can still smell the ink on it. What did it say?
says, don't quit your
Oh, no, he didn't. And you know good and well.
He just messed with my friend.
Now, so that's a shame. You done brought the evidence to the reunion. What? Okay, well, guess what? We're gonna put this right in the garbage.
Yeah.
Because that's not true. You don't need him. You know that? But you know what? It doesn't, let's just take a minute. Are you okay? How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm okay.
Because that's nothing to play with. But he wasn't really all of that. I mean, because the way he treated you on the show, he was acting right ugly. So I'm kind of glad y'all went on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not in your position.
No.
But that's not where it ended. It kind of got even worse, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more?
It got to the place where I was trying to move on with my new life and get over my old life.
Right.
And then here comes the news that I'm about to have a new neighbor.
Oh my goodness, a new neighbor. Who was it? Don't have who could have been your new neighbor?
It was Raquel.
Is that right?
Raquel.
She was about to be your new neighbor. What? Stop the music. Stop the music. She was about to be your new neighbor, Raquel.
Yes, wait, Claire.
Uh-uh.
Why? Tell me why.
Why?
He just, here I am trying to move on.
Yes.
Trying to get over the fact
Yes.
she already done got my man.
Yes.
And then to come to find out, then boom, she's my next door neighbor. Then I had to look out my window and see that her smile and the twinkle in his eye. It just sickens
Ooh, that's
my
nice.
stomach.
I couldn't even
Just
imagine.
to know that she was my next door neighbor. And they were just, and every time, just imagine, you looking out your window and here he is all the time just smiling and she is. And it just really just got on my nerves and I was really upset.
I mean,
You
they
know,
got a time for that.
it was enough that I had to deal with the fact that she took my man,
I
and
know.
then come to find out she my next door neighbor.
I mean, every time you look out the window, they got a
It's like I
time for
wasn't
that.
found to be worthy. I thought I was found to, the thought just came. I was found to be paid.
Right. Well, let me see. So you mean to tell me the cleanup woman end up living
Yeah.
right next door? And you know that's a trick. That is called life for you.
Yeah.
Well, tell me this. Now, how did you get over it? How did you get over it? Because you're not able to just sit up here on your own to say you're well now, because that was hard. How were you able to get over it now?
It was hard.
Yes,
I was hurt.
yes,
I
tell
was
us.
angry.
Uh-huh,
But
uh-huh,
I got over it.
okay.
And I found myself moving on, and it got to the place where it didn't even bother me.
Oh, look at you, okay.
But you know what?
Tell us.
I'm all right.
How?
It's good, although it's good.
It's above
It's good,
you.
although
Okay.
it's above me now.
Wow.
Yes.
See, now,
Yes.
the old Lily, like you used to say, the old Lily wouldn't have been able to say that. But we had an expert this season, and our expert, she was so wonderful. Our life coach, she came to help fix the lives of our housewives. And when we saw them going through their worst season, we didn't leave them by themselves, okay? They were able to reach out to some of the best help that we could have and offer. Now, she's unable to be here today because she's always helping, but she still didn't leave here today. We actually have her here. The producers are telling me now that hold on. Okay, is she ready? All right, awesome, good to go. We have right now with us, you already know who she is. She's here and she's already fixed your life. Dr. Awana Wright. Everybody, come on, let's put it up for Dr. Awana Wright. Yes, so we have to go. Dr. Awana Wright, I'm so glad you're able to be here with us. Can you give us just a little information? How were you able to work with Lily to get her to the point where she was able to say, after her husband, who dogged her out the whole season, basically, dogged her out all her 12 years of marriage with all them kids, but anyway, and then gonna marry the young lady from the food pantry at her dad's church, and then they're gonna move right next door to them. But now she's able to sit right next to me and say, oh, it's above me.
It's above me.
Come on, somebody, it's above me now. Dr. Awana, give us some help. How was she able to get there? All right, my producer.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
We still can't hear
You
you
can't hear me now? Can you hear me now?
because she's all the way in Europe right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Enjoy yourself, Dr. Yes.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
All right, good, awesome.
You can hear me now? Good. Okay. I can't tell if you can hear me all right. Can you hear me okay, beloved?
Yes. Say yes.
Our producers are saying yes, it's a green light.
Beautiful. I am completely unmuted here, but I know how technology can be. So hopefully you guys can actually hear me okay. Not yet or yes?
Yes, we
You
can.
can go ahead and speak.
Awesome, awesome.
Wow.
Hello, beloved. How are you guys doing? Good, good, good. Lily, it's good to see you again. I know it's a rough time. I get it. But listen, we had such a beautiful time working together. And the biggest thing that we had to talk through is the fact that you cannot heal what you won't reveal. Make sense? You can't heal what you won't reveal. Listen, we worked together throughout the season, and the reality is you can't overcome hurt by trying to stuff it down, by trying to hide it. The only way to heal from crisis or to heal from trauma is to understand and find your identity in Christ. It's the only way. And so you understand that, listen, you're more than being a wife, you're more than being a daughter, you're more than the mom of 7 children, you're more than the sister of somebody who basically took your man. You're more than all those things. You're more than society tells you are. You're more than I will do that. You are more than whatever people call you to be. You're more than all those things, right? But what's important is to understand that once you realize you're more than those things, because your identity in Christ is what's most important. When you realize who you are in Him, everything changes. You realize you're more than all those titles that people put on you, that you use to make yourself feel good. You're more than all those things. And the best thing that we worked through this entire season, Lily learned that she absolutely cannot suppress those feelings. She has to feel them so we can move past them. So the one thing that I want to let the ladies know, because this is something a lot of us are dealing with, is this: you can't heal what you won't reveal. Take the time to feel the feelings that you feel. Take the time to understand that in Christ, you are a new creature. Doesn't matter who you were before. Old things have passed away. All things become new. Take all that old stuff and throw it into the sea of forgetfulness so you can work through the healing process. Okay. And prayerfully, that's helpful for everybody. But I appreciated being able to spend some time with her on the show this season. And I think we worked through some real traumatic things. And so I'm proud of you, Lily, my dear beloved. Right back to you, Danny.
Wow. How powerful those words were. Isn't that why she's the best? Isn't that why she's the best? Oh my God. She said, you can't heal. I know she deserves a clap for that. Come on, honey. Put those hand emojis in that chat. Yes, honey. That Dr. Juan, I still talk to her now because, baby, believe me, I need lots of help. Because like I said, I told them in the seasons, y'all go to church all the time. That's why y'all feel Bible wise. I'm just the host, okay? I go to church one of them times, not even some. Oh, but yes, she said, you cannot heal what you won't reveal. Let it go. Let it go. That's what that reminds me of. But you got to know your identity in Christ. And that lets me want to talk to my next housewife. This Real Bible wife, the fans really did love you. And you may think you are, a bag of chips, which you really are. But you're sweet, you're sugary, you're southern, and got a little bit of sass in there too, okay? Everybody, I can't hardly get enough of this beautiful Bible wife. Let's put it up for Miss Hannah Hartley. Woo! Oh my God, look at her. She's so cute. Isn't she just a breath of fresh air? Oh, Hannah, we are so glad to have you. This season definitely had its moments for you. Come on and give us a little backstory about how your season was. You know what? Before you even do that, we definitely have a question we were asking for. Because you came on this season with like a mighty rushing wind a little bit. I think that's what y'all say in church, mighty rushing wind. Why did it seem like you got married so fast? You just kind of was in a rush.
Well, we want to know the reason, right? You keep talking about church.
Yeah.
So I'm a church girl through and through.
Oh,
A
okay.
proper lady, if you ask me.
Uh-huh.
So growing up in church, we were taught it's better to marry than marry.
Oh, so were you on fire or something? Were you burning? Because you seem to be having no scars. So you got married because you were burning?
Well, Miss Lady, Miss Ma'am, Miss Ma'am.
Okay, ladies, y'all still ain't got that together. Do you need to go back to see the
I'm
expert?
still working on me with that one over
Oh,
there.
y'all
That's
married.
why I'm over here. But let me tell you,
Or what are we gonna do with these two? Oh my goodness. They need more then.
so as I was trying to say,
Uh-huh.
you know how as little girls we grow up and we dream about being married and being the best mother and wife we can.
Yeah.
When I played with my Barbies, me and Ken, we had 2 babies.
Yes.
Oh, so in life, my Elliot finally came, the love of my life, he came. And we got married, because we want to hurry up and have them 2 kids.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, everything was going well. So one day, we laying in the bed and I had to get up and go to the restroom.
Okay.
And I saw blood.
Oh no.
I called out to Elliot and he rushed me to the hospital. We get to the hospital and the doctor walks in and with his sad face and he just confirmed what we already knew. Oh, thank you.
I feel wow. If somebody couldn't, I didn't sit here.
Oh my God, must be because I don't want. But I lost the baby. You know, I found out that I wasn't gonna be a mother. That just tore us up. You know, we went home and tried to pick up the pieces. Come on with me. Come on, don't keep me down. Don't keep me down.
Yes, you're right.
Tried to pick up the pieces and I don't know. Things just started going through my head like, was it my fault?
Right.
You know, I got married and I waited to get married and I have my child, try to have a baby. The baby's gone.
Right.
God, are you punishing me?
Right.
Does Elliot still love me because I can't have a baby?
Right.
All this stuff was going on in my head.
Right. You know, the viewers at home, we watched you all, you and Elliot. We watched how you all went through that tragedy. So how did you all go through that? We saw Elliot try to fix it. What happened?
It was hard, Amy. I can't lie. It was hard. Even Elliot tried his best. He sent me to spas, on expensive trips, and even on his birthday, girl, he brought me this beautiful diamond locket.
Ooh.
As a favor of our children to come, so he still has it.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Wasn't that nice, Lily? A whole diamond locket. Did you get anything when you had all them 12 children from,
I'm ready to go.
oh, okay.
He's no Jacoby. He's no Jacoby. He's a good man. But as we kept trying to put our lives together, just like you, Lily, we had a lady walk into our lives. You know, it was one of his ghetto family's ex-friends. You know, and they had a baby together.
Okay.
And every time she would drop the baby off, I don't know if the camera crew caught this, but every time she dropped little EJ off, she would come in with a smart remark. She was so slick with it.
Oh, wow.
Hanika Harley.
Oh, what?
Hanika Harley. Hanika Harley what? Don't
worry
let
about it.
Hanika Harley do, okay? You know what the Harley did to you, okay? That's what Hanika can do.
That's
okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, baby.
I was gonna say, y'all did this in the show. Did y'all actually kind of act like y'all were gonna try to do
You don't
something?
have to be friends with everybody, okay? I kind of love her, but I don't have to be her friend.
I thought y'all
I'm not gonna be her friend.
Boy, you over here just as tickled. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
getting a tickle. Oh, ooh, now, okay, everybody calm down. Let's get back to why we are here. We just here to
Like
talk.
my mama.
Oh, one for Hannah. She said you old enough to be her mama. She got you right there. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Okay. Hannah, so basically you were saying, so Elliot was a man in your life. What happened at that 4th of July birthday thing? Because you and Penelope, we almost had to call the police that time. Something happened. What happened?
You know, I just said he gave me the locket.
Right.
He gave her a Pandora charm.
Just a charm?
And me.
Just he only gave her a charm with no
one
bracelet.
charm on it. Well, it's a bracelet with one charm.
It's a bracelet with one charm.
No shade, Pandora. I like Pandora.
I mean, it's cool, but a diamond locket or one charm. How many charms do you have? Okay. It's okay.
Great.
All right.
We wasn't discussing me.
I was just asking. So back to you, Hannah. Right.
Let me go on. So, you know, we've been married, and as we go to our functions and at
Right.
his birthday party, the
Right.
family's always asking,
Right.
"When y'all gonna have some babies?
Okay.
Y'all should have some kids." I just get so mad, like, enough,
Right.
enough.
Right. It's okay. So guess what? I think we can let this secret out the bag. I think we can because my producers just gave me that clue.
All right, so this is our only today.
All right, so tell me a little bit why it's okay for us to be excited.
Let me tell y'all. I can even tell you, Lily, because this is so good.
All right, all right. What's the good
So we've
news?
been going to the doctor,
Uh-huh.
and we have not only one,
Okay.
not two,
Not two.
we have three.
Okay.
Healthy
Three.
emeralds in our cereal as we
Oh my
speak. Oh my God. We are so elated. God, it didn't happen the way we planned, but oh God. Oh God, it's getting ready to happen, guys.
Yes.
It's ready to happen.
What you doing to me? What's going on with your feet? Okay.
It's called a praise to our God, because He's looking out for us.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, some kind of buzz
Ooh.
or something.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, we are so
We just
happy.
have to give praise to our
Ooh, I think my grandma used to call that catching the Holy Ghost or something like that. Wow, so I can share this news.
heart can keep us.
Okay, Lily, let's not do that. We are going to be celebrating. Yes. So my producers just let me know that I am able to share that we are having a spin-off of Real Bible Wives this fall, that Hannah's having 3.
Yes.
Woo! That's right. So
So
Hannah and Elliot will finally have their 3, and they are going to have 3 special little ones. So we are so excited. We can't wait to see that show. So tune in this fall, all right? Hannah's having 3. Oh, I see. I think so, because I almost kind of wanted to do the little, what was it? Like the 1, 2, 1, 2. I think I got it. Do I got it?
I think you got it.
No,
I think you got it.
I don't feel anything. Orla said I don't have it. That's why she's mother-in-law of the year, okay? Well, maybe I gotta get back into church some more.
Yes.
Wow. You know, it was hard to watch that, but we're so glad that Dr. Awana, she was right there with you the whole time.
Yes.
So, Dr. Awana, can you just share a little bit with us? How are you able to help, Hannah get through that process?
Yes.
What are some things you can encourage us with?
Oh, definitely. First of all, let me say, Hannah, congratulations. I'm so excited for you, my beloved. I'm so excited. And so we talked at length, you guys, we talked a lot. I was able to share the personal story of my own mother. So my mother, she dealt with issues of infertility. And so there are 3 of us. There are 3 children. And before the 3 of us were born, she lost 2 children, 2, 3, something like that. And I remember her telling the story, and I didn't even know this story until I was well into my 30s and after I had my first child. And so my mother says that they struggled with infertility and they wanted to have 5 children. 5. When she was finally able to have 3, the doctors would not allow her to have any more because it was actually a danger to her health. She was compromising her health just by having children. So when she lost the first couple of sets or the first couple of children, her doctor told her that she needed to have a full hysterectomy. Imagine how my parents felt when they had no children and the doctor told her she needed a full hysterectomy. And so she just couldn't reconcile that in her mind and she couldn't reconcile that in her spirit. So you know what she did? She went to another doctor. So she went to another doctor and she started having some infertility treatments and they started working with her. And what ended up happening was she was able to have my oldest sibling, my brother. When she was pregnant with my brother, there were a lot of complications. One of them was not supposed to make it, either my brother or my mom, but they both made it. And then there came my sister, the second child. And then there was me. And just like some of the challenges she had with my brother, with me, one of us wasn't supposed to make it, either me or my mother. But guess what? We both did. And my parents celebrate 55 years of marriage this month, literally this month, October 2020. So this is what we worked through, Hannah and I. We worked through the fact that in all things we have to give thanks. And even though we don't understand what's happening, even though we don't necessarily understand the good things, we get excited, but we don't also understand the bad things, and those things hurt. Even though we don't understand the joys all the time, we don't understand the disappointments, we don't understand the ebbs and flows of life, but the reality is our Creator does. And it is so true that all things, not some things, not just the good things, but all things, some of the bad, like the bad things, the things that you don't want people to know about, the things that keep you up at night, the things that cause you to cry on your pillow at 1 o'clock in the morning, the things that make you turn to the side and just sob into your pillowcase when your husband may be sleeping peacefully, the things that you sit down and you have on your mind when your friends and your family have no idea that you're going through. All of those things, not just the good things, all of those things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. Because what's so important is that Hannah doesn't know who's watching her story and who's getting encouraged by her story. Hannah doesn't understand the people that she doesn't even know see what she's going through, how well she's handling it. Hannah doesn't know the women who look at her and see her smile right after she cries. Hannah doesn't know that that's happening, but all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to, this is the part, y'all, this is that part, His purpose. His purpose. God bless you, Hannah. I'm so happy for you. Right back to you, Danny.
Also glad that your mom got a second opinion, because if she didn't get a second opinion, we would not have had the pleasure of meeting our own Dr. Awana. Oh my God, man, I feel like music should be celebrating right now. We should have that. Yes, I just want to be happy. I just want to hear that wonderful sound just to say thank you. And as she was saying, all things, yes, all things are working together. And it's for that purpose. It's for that purpose that things should be working together. You know, I'm so grateful for the Thrive Band. Now, our Thrive Band, you know, sometimes during the pandemic, I guess they feel like, they're in the green room or whatnot. But we're going to ask our Thrive Band just to come on out, because during that pandemic, sometimes people were taking breaks or whatnot. But we're going to ask the Thrive Band that he can come on out from that break and just come on back out. Come on back out. Yes. Yes, the pandemic is not over, but your break is. Yes. And we're back from that commercial. We're back from paying those bills. Yes, we are. And so we are at the point and the place now where we are ready to talk to our last housewife. But you know, I almost felt like doing one of those praise dance things. What you say? Just kick your feet out Because as Dr. Awana was talking, I felt something, because I did grow up in church. I would go to the church with my granny. I don't know, sometimes, I've been up here in the north for so long, my accents, they just come and go, but now I feel like I'm back in North Carolina. But I would go to the church with my granny, and I could just remember her saying, all things will work together, And then I remember going to my grandma's house, and I could just hear her saying, Lord, I just want to thank you. And she would just throw her little head back with all that beautiful gray hair, and she would just say, Lord, I just want to thank you. And as I was sitting here listening to that story, and as Dr. Awana was telling us, you never know who's watching you.
Sure
So,
don't.
Lily, your story, it definitely wasn't what I want to go through. And Hannah, I definitely won't want to go through your story. But I kind of feel encouraged that your story is going to work out for your glory. Come on, or for God's glory. At least for God's glory. Yeah, and that's something that I feel it's coming back. It's coming. I did go to Sunday school too, but I would go for the snacks. Y'all remember those little circle butter cookies and the little red Kool-Aid? Yeah, I used to put, what y'all saying?
They said that's why you don't know Jesus.
Oh, well,
I heard.
well, you got good ears. So you know what? I guess that's my cue to move on.
And then you.
Lily, I don't have that much power, so let me hush, because I was about to say, don't let me put a word in about your season 2 contract. But I got to keep my own coin, so let me hush while I think I have a contract. Okay. So we are back to the point where we are here to talk to America's favorite, and I'm going to use this word loosely, housewife. Oh, Hannah, be nice, be nice. Now, this housewife, she came to us in the most unique way, and I'm gonna let her tell us how she got here. But go ahead and put it up and put it in the chat. Put those clap emojis for our very own Orla. How you doing, Orla? She's so wonderful. Oh, how you doing, baby girl?
Fine.
Awesome. We are so glad to have you. Just tell us a little bit, how did you become one of our favorite housewives?
Well, you see, I am not really a housewife,
Yes,
but
yes.
I'm the mother in love of one of the real Bible wives.
That is so true.
Miss C. Barley.
Yes, Ruth. Yes, that's right. So you are the daughter, the mother-in-law of one of our Bible wives. So how did you end up coming to live with her? Tell us a little bit about your story.
Let's see, where do I begin?
Where? From the beginning, of course.
I like it.
Oh, well, don't go far that back then.
You're not looking for Bill Cosby, don't
Oh, Lily, we're gonna have to get you. Ooh, you need some more help. Yes.
Well, my husband, my 2 sons and their wives,
Yes.
well, we own a whole bunch of
Jubilee. Ooh, y'all got some good greens at that Jubilee. Yes. Okay. Little plug. That's right.
Well, things were going on really, really well. Then all of a sudden, there was a recall. In 2007, the recession came on, and, our stores started declining.
Yeah.
Everything started going down because they recalled some wheat.
Oh,
They did a recall. on wheat.
right, gluten
And,
free.
people just kind of stopped coming to the store.
Oh, no.
So we we got to do something.
Right.
So we decided, let's move to another city
Okay.
and then build our business back up.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
So we decided, so that's what we did. We moved to another city,
Mhm.
and things were going pretty good.
Ooh, what you say?
But it was hard. The move was very hard on my husband.
No.
Yeah. So one day, he just had this very major stroke. He died.
No. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my Jesus. So what else happened? Because that's hard.
Yeah, it was really hard. It was really hard. But I tried to pick up my life and continue on, with my life. I had to do that. I couldn't just stay in a rut.
That's right.
So, then, everything was going pretty good. Then one night,
Mhm.
tragedy.
Again?
Again.
Lord.
My two sons was in the store late one night.
Right.
Inventory.
Right.
These two thugs came in and shot both my sons dead.
No, they didn't. Both of them.
Lost my son.
Oh, my God.
Lost my husband.
No.
You know, I'm like, was it over?
No.
It wasn't. I didn't think it was over.
Right.
You know, what can I do? So we, you know, my daughter's in love.
Yes.
And myself, we said, well, let's just keep trying to build the business.
Okay, okay.
But we did our best, but you know, it's like going down.
Yes.
You know, and then the bills start, you had bills, you know, and then I got kind of sick.
Oh,
you
no.
know, had doctor bills.
Yeah.
You know, the mortgage on the house and all the
Yes.
stores, and it just got too much.
I can imagine. Yeah. All of that's going
It
on.
was going too much. And so I told my daughters in love,
Okay.
you know, I don't think you all need to stay here and try to help me anymore.
Right.
Since we were gonna lose the house.
Right.
You know, come on back and live with your family.
Okay, that makes
Yes,
sense.
go on and live with your family.
Right.
And I was gonna move down south.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
into my family.
That's right. That's right.
My brother lived down south. My brother.
Okay.
So, but you know, once I got there, nobody recognized me.
What?
Why? They couldn't hardly recognize.
But why not? What was wrong?
I was broke,
Really? Well, yeah.
disgusted,
No, they need to stop.
busted, everything.
No, you didn't look like that. Now. You weren't that bad.
Yes, it was bad.
So what happened?
If it wasn't for my daughter,
Yes.
I don't know what I would have done.
Yes.
She asked me to come live with her.
Oh, that was
And
nice.
she got this new husband and everything.
Yeah,
Told me to come live with them.
that was good.
And the best part about it,
Mhm.
they gave me a little grandbaby.
Oh.
I got a little grandbaby. Oh, she is so cute.
Yes, she
And I just
was.
love on that little girl.
I love it.
So now, you know, I'm going to continue with my life.
Yes.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
That is so good. You can.
No,
Mind your business.
yes.
Okay, that was.
Stay at home.
Yes.
Stay in my life.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is so awesome. When we saw you playing with that grandbaby, we saw how much joy was on your face. I was like, you know, that Orla, because first you was always being the referee between these two. I hope y'all get it together next season. I don't understand what the issue is, but anyway. But you know, Orla, we saw you helping out with your daughter. We saw you helping out with your grandbaby. But you know, my biggest question is like, what do you want to do for you though? Like, do you have some dreams and things for you? Because you've taken care of everybody. You worked hard in Jubilee.
Right.
But what about you, Orla?
Well, I was trying to think, you know, I got this little gift that
Yes.
I can solve.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So real well.
Mhm. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, we, that's.
Thank you.
Yes, she did, everybody. We're all wearing Orla Original. Woo, I love my hat. Inline. Yes. Okay, what you trying to say? I gotta be here. Ooh, and one for Orla. Baby, they got on you tonight. She said your head
If
is
you
big.
wonder why I'm the Mouthie one.
I see why. So you got to stand up for yourself.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So you are going to take that gift and you're going to continue to open up your own business.
My own store, that's my dream.
Okay.
To open up a real store in one of the malls.
Oh.
Yes, and then everybody can come in and, you know, purchase my hats or my little outfit.
Yes.
I'm just gonna dress the word.
Oh, I like that. Okay, dress. That's your logo, girl. That's it. That's gonna be your logo. Dress the word. So look, when y'all see me on the red carpet and they ask me, who you wearing? Okay, I'll be like, oh, it's over Orla. Okay, she dresses the world. I like that. Well, you know, well, I wanted to see that because I was a little worried. I'm just like, you know, you went through so much. You know how big. Good. Because I just didn't want you to be in the house, you know, only continuing to just be for others. You know, Dr. Awana, you know, sometimes that happens a lot where we get so involved in other people's lives and then we take care of them. But then when our lives change so drastically like that, and when our lives were intertwined with other people and other things, like what's left for us? Like what should we be doing? Help us figure that out, Dr. Awana.
That is so good. Listen, I was thinking the exact same thing listening to your story. The exact same thing. And so this happens to so many of us. I want you guys to picture an onion. And when you slice the top off the onion, you get all the I don't even know what the exterior is called, but you get that off. And now you start to take off that one layer, right? And then when you get underneath that one, guess what? There's another layer. And all you want to do is get to the middle of the onion, but you got to peel all these layers back and see there's a person like right in the middle, there's a core. See, what has happened over the course of the years with a lot of us is that our core has been covered layer by layer, just like that onion. And so when you peel back that first layer, you realize, oh, that was the layer of wife. Let me let that go. When I peel back that next layer, that's the layer widow. Let me go because you've lost your husband, lost your wife. When you peel back the next layer, mom, let that go. When you peel back the next layer, I'm a mother in love. I let that go. When I peel back the next layer, I've been driving my kids all around, all over the place. I'm a chauffeur. I let that go. When you peel back the layers, I'm an accountant for my family. I manage the finances. You let that go. I'm a janitor. I'm an operations manager. All the layers of everything that we do at home. And when you peel them all back, you got the core of who you truly are. And it just blesses my heart to hear her talk so much and to hear Orla talk about that gift and creating those beautiful designer clothes for you guys, because the reality is this: God has given every single believer a gift. And the moment you accept Jesus into your heart, he activates that gift. And so when you have that gift down on the inside of you, when you figure out how to use that thing, because you're more than a wife, a mother-in-law, a mom, a chauffeur, and whatever you do in your house, you're so much more than all of the layers that have been placed upon you. You're so much more than all of the tasks and the roles. And so you got to learn how to function in that gift. Because see, that is the thing that when God adds his super to your natural, oh my God, beloved, you get something special. And that's what we're all looking for. It's that place that you function naturally. It's that place that you can do things on a level when God adds his super to it that you can't even explain the miraculous things that happen. It's that place where people don't understand. How are you so effective? It's that place. And in that place, you find fulfillment. In that place, you find joy. See, God told us, Jesus told us, you will know a true by the fruit that it bears. And so we will know the joy that you have. We will see the fruit of your spirit when you also operate in that gift. So this is important for us to understand. I want you guys to think about this. I'm a big believer in this right here. And that is that God created me alone. God created me to accomplish what I alone am meant to contribute to this world. It is my destiny. If you're watching the show right now, even to my ladies sitting up there on the panel, I want you to repeat after me. If you are watching, I want you to repeat after me. I want you to say it out loud so that your mind hears it and your heart feels it. God created me to accomplish what I alone am meant to contribute to this world. It is my destiny. And that thing is wrapped up in your gift. Do you know that whatever you want wants you? Do you know that you hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within? I want you to add these 3 affirmations to what you do. God created me alone to accomplish what I am meant to contribute to this world. It is my destiny. Whatever I want wants me, and I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit within. And when you start operating in your gift, something special is going to happen. Oh, something special is going to happen, and I can't wait to see it. It was such a pleasure to work with every single one of you this season. And just like you, Danny, I'm looking for the next one. Right back to you.
It's go.
Wow. The destiny is looking for me. I just need a moment to process that. Did y'all hear what Dr. Wanda said? That's a bad young lady right there.
She loves us.
She's
She's a
taught.
blessing to us.
She has definitely enriched my life, not only this season, but every single time that I hear her speak. Peeling back those layers, realizing that I'm more than those layers. I love it. I love it. Well, we have definitely come to an end. And, you know, whew, I have to just get myself together. Let me just.
All right, Danny, it looks like you're feeling a little churchy there.
I think being around all these Bible wives, you are definitely making me want to say.
Yes, it's 2 or 3.
I don't want to go too far. I don't want to say, what must I do to come back to the church? I don't know. But I definitely want to find out more about what makes you all able to still sit up here after watching such a tumultuous season. But I will leave you with these final words. You know, this is what I've learned by watching you all. This is what I've learned by listening to Dr. Awana. Hearing her speak about destiny and operating in that gift and allowing God to put the super to your natural.
Yes.
Life is going to come. But no matter what life brings you, God has already planned a way of escape for you.
Yes.
And no matter what label that you feel like society may want to place on you, when you peel those layers back, you've already been given a purpose and a gift to operate in. And I'm also learning that in everything, we've got to give thanks. That's what I saw from you all.
Yes.
That's what I saw. I saw that you're more than your hurts.
Yes.
You're more than your past.
Yes.
You're more than generational curses.
Hallelujah.
You're more than destroyed the things that try to destroy you. You're more than your disappointment.
Glory.
You're more than your tragedies.
Yes.
You are more than a conqueror.
Hallelujah.
And I am so grateful and honored to be able to sit on this stage today with some amazing, real, Bible-wise, true conquerors.
Yes.
And I was reading something from Oprah, and she said something like, the more we praise, the more we have things to celebrate. And I heard it in church like this: when praises go up,
Yes.
blessings will come down.
Yes.
So I just want to encourage you all that no matter what the season is, no matter what comes, just know that you will survive this. Just imagine what you could create without anxiety and without fear. Just imagine what you could create. I'm so grateful once again for this reunion, for this season of Real Bible Wives. And I have been your host, Miss Danny. Thank you all again. God bless and good evening. But before I go, I want to again thank my lovely host, my co-host, Miss Lily Drips,
Thank you.
our wonderful housewife, Miss Orla, and our sweet Southern belle, Miss Hannah Harley. Thank you all for watching The Real Bible Wives Season 1. We thank everybody for tuning in, watching. And if you have any questions tonight, we want you to go ahead and put those in the chat. You can ask questions to any of the ladies that are here. I'm getting ready to introduce you to our cast. I'm going to introduce you to our band. And you can definitely ask questions for our expert, Dr. Awana White. So while we're getting ready to give you a couple of announcements, tonight was our kickoff for Thrive Weekend 2020.
Yes,
And this was Friday Night Live. This was Friday Night Live. And I am Helen Ellis, and I was your host tonight with The Real Bible Wives, Miss Danny. And as we have some announcements that are getting ready to come on the screen, If you have any questions about anything you saw tonight, any questions or any comments that you want to share or ask, I should say, you can put those in the chat right now. My producers will give you those questions and we'll answer those questions. We have about 10 minutes set aside if you want to ask questions to our expert, and I'll go ahead and tell you her name. Her name is Davita McGee. She is a wonderful business coach, Christian woman's business coach, and so many other things. But if you have questions for her, let me go ahead and introduce the ladies that are on the stage tonight. And as you're putting your questions in the chat, you will get more information about our Thrive Weekend. So to my right, we have Mrs. Lily Drips, who has been played by Dr. Brenda Nash. We have Miss Orla, our America's favorite mother-in-law, who was played by Sister Ronnie Peterson. And we have our Southern Belle, Miss Hannah Hartley, who was played by Tawana Iceland. We have our Thrive Band, Mr. Robert James Jr., our drummer for the evening, as well as our keyboardist, Mr. Elijah Miller. We have our videographer, Ms. Robin Miller for Taylor, and we also have our sound technician, Bill Evans. So, our Thrive Weekend kickoff was tonight, and this is our Friday Night Live, our dramatic presentation, Real Life Live. But it will conclude tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. with our Lunch and Learn. So the Lunch and Learn information is on your screen right now. It's going to start 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And as you're finishing up your natural lunch, come and join us for some spiritual lunch. We're going to start off with a little games and appetizers, and we're going to actually give away a couple of cash prizes. So who doesn't want a little extra cash? I mean, I know I could use a few more coins. All right, so you want to start at 12:30 with that, and then we're going to have our entree. We'll have two amazing sessions for you. Session 1 is going to be Women, Give Your Power. Women, give your man his power back. And this is going to be geared to our married ladies, okay? So married ladies, come to session 1 or choose the session that you want to go to. Session 2 says the power in choosing you. And we have two dynamic speakers ready to present some very good information to you in our entree session 1 tomorrow. And then we're going to close out in our dessert round with a sister-to-sister unity prayer. We're calling all women to the chat. Put your sister's name, your cousin, your niece, your auntie, your grandma, your great-grandma, all the ladies that you know that you're connected to, the ones that you're not even connected to. Put them in the chat. Now, we're not trying to leave our brothers out on purpose because we got y'all covered too. But tomorrow, this is for all the ladies. We're calling out all the ladies, our daughters. We're putting their names in the chat, and we're going to touch our devices as a sign of touching and agreeing. And as we're finishing out this year strong, we want to cover all women with prayer tomorrow. Our sister-to-sister unity prayer. So that's going to be tomorrow at 12:30 Central Standard Time, and it will be on Zoom. The information is on your screen. And tonight, if you would like to be a blessing to the APC of Morgan Park, you are sowing into good ground. There are 4 ways that you can give. Once the seed leaves your hand, it will never leave your life. So we're asking that you can use your mobile app to give to Givelify, or you can text to give. You can also go to our website at www.apcmorganpark.org for more information on how to give, or if you would like to place something in the mail, our address is on the screen. So I'm just going to check with our producers to see if there were any questions in our chat. All right. So with that being said, we are so grateful that you spent this time with us. Thank you again to Davita McGee, who is our expert, Dr. Ronald Wright. We just given her a wave. Thank you so much for this time. We appreciate your wealth of knowledge. Thank you again, ladies, our housewives, our Bible wives. We appreciate you. Thank you, Thrive Band. Thank you, our sound technician. Thank you, Robin, our videographer. And once again, I have been your gracious host, Miss Danny, aka Ellen Ellis. And God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow for our lunch and learn. More than a conqueror. Good evening. God bless you. Continue to thrive.